Hello and welcome back to another scientifical railgun. What can you really say about it? Luckily I don't have any inked on eyebrows, but I can't say the same for everyone right now. If that's the only thing we have to face, then I'm sure there's not going to be much of an issue. But at the same point, it's going to get a lot worse though, isn't it? Danger around every corner. Half of it from your own friends. Before I get into this episode, I just have to come clean slightly that my microphone broke before, so hopefully it will actually record this time. So for some of it, I would have already seen what happens. But I'll do my best to entertain you nonetheless. With that said, let's get into this one. Now, starting off with the creepy underlighting of the face and the backing track, I am truly horrified. And the overly animated eyes that remind me of the K-On! Was it the ending? But of all of the campfire scary tales that can be told, this isn't entirely terrifying. I can think of a few other things that might scare me though. And now I remember saying that before, I can't actually remember the opening for Index, because this one has ingratiated itself into my memory. I just think it's... well, at least right now, I have to listen to them side by side, but still, a bit more catchy and memorable. And with the citizenry of this place all constantly under testing of their powers, especially because this is the academy city. How many new espers with strange and wonderful abilities are going to seep through the woodwork in the future? Now, you need a better payoff for the ending of the story. Frightening? No. Startling? Possibly. There are lots of folk tales, urban legends, and the like. How many of them are just made up on the spot by someone who's bored and wants to tell a fun story? And how many of them actually have at least a starting point in truth, and then just get stretched into whatever it becomes? A man with ability to nullify powers? Impossible. Nah. Try to play it off naturally. I haven't looked at any store magazines or books or anything in a long time. Obviously, because of lockdown and whatnot, it's a bit more difficult to just walk around. But I don't read that much. And do these people really have A, nothing better to do with their time, and B, have such low self-esteem that they have to do this kind of shit? Yeah, the sheer advantage in numbers. An idiot, you say? You just called in the right man for the job. Successful save. Until the victim ruins it. She isn't particularly fazed by it because she knows she can get out of this situation at any time that she wants. But give them a right telling off then, Toma. So close to actually saying something good. Well, I suppose it worked. Crispy. So everything worked out fine then. Maybe he's made entirely out of rubber. If you were to run into him again, what was it you're going to do? Hey, bitty bitty. It's shorter, it's easier to say bitty bitty. Yep, she's going to regret saying that. At least leave some room to say, no, you're busy. Yep, as much as he wants to help people, there's sometimes he just can't spare that extra moment. She's hot. It's a warm day. I mean, doesn't everyone do this? And he is really trying to avert his gaze. He's trying so hard. That's exactly what happened. Someone call the police. So she doesn't want someone else running off of her shirt, but, you know, taking it off in the middle of the public is not an issue. Yeah, she doesn't have much in the way of social interactions. And what's with the stock thriller horror sound sting? Oh, nice summer. Well, as much as she would love to, she's kind of busy right now. Yep, Must be. Can't be anything else. They are a handful. Not getting any pictures. She was just about to give you a compliment. It's, well, normal. Also, someone who willingly strips off in the middle of the public, I don't think they'd really care about being called a bit strange. They've got a... Yeah, thank you for your help, but... Still haven't found the car park. I've not really ever bought hot drinks from a vending machine, but I do want to see what that curry soup is like. I know, it's highly illogical, isn't it? So bothersome. Yep, of course. She's somewhat of a scientist, I guess. That's why she's unable to deal with the outside world. And I remember something about... You didn't have to drink it. I remember something about AIM fields or whatnot, but I can't remember what was said. Did you really have to do the leg crossing? They're really trying to build this character up for something. Or a certain reason. Tell her about the urban legend. Is there a limit on what abilities people can have? Or is it just so far science has only been able to explain so much? And then with the advance of knowledge, we'll update the records. Purely a hypothetical question. Even if it is just a strange urban legend, it might be interesting to investigate slightly. I did wonder why there was a child with ice cream running, but how he's reacting isn't natural at all. He'd first immediately start crying about his ice cream. Although that might distract him from it. Please don't climb over the tables. And please don't believe everything you see online. Oh no, the same must have befallen... Biddy Biddy. I don't know, have you seen the power of nudism? Flower Girl is looking so excited in the background for this conversation. Do not put that kind of imagery in her mind. Okay, you're gonna need to bring out the first aid kit in a second. And the facial animations and the expressions that have been shown off so far has been quite good. And it's from here which I haven't seen any further, so all new grounds. And please no more almost unnecessary removal of garments. Yep, he's a good boy. He tries to help out everyone that he can, unless he's running late. Well, you did say that you weren't busy. Maybe, but sometimes it takes someone with no real grasp on social interaction. Yeah, close. To really cut through everything. No idea. And it's best to vacate the area before the security drone bot trash can things come in and check. Huh. Nice car. Being a scientist must pay well. Much like with the other guy who, doing the thing with accelerator. Me. I've done that. I've forgotten where I've parked my car a lot. Forgotten which car park I've been in. More than once. The cry of a desperate man. Losing his valuable groceries. Huh? Ah, yes. Much like Saitama, the sale for cheap food produce is greater than anything else. Trying to hide her own embarrassment by challenging someone to the death. Sounds about right. Well, I'm guessing until you land a blow. Can he just withdraw? Say, okay, fine, you win. I'm going home. Very serious. Can he at least pick up all of his groceries? I don't see a bag, so maybe not. Really? You're not gonna affect anyone, but there's street lamps around. They'll go out for a little bit. Yep. Keep trying, I'm sure something will get through. Yeah, good reaction. Huh? I'm trying to work out what she's doing. That is sharp. Oh, okay. Yep, makes sense. It is nice seeing her use her powers and abilities for something else than just the electric shock, but this kind of thing is quite deadly and cool. And if she can make it form into a sword, why not into a whip? Or anything else that she wants. It's basically she can do a sand blaster whenever she wants. Strip something of all of its Outer surface. It is good that he can just... And she's lost. In more ways than one. Who would have known that her only weakness was hand-holding? The gravest of all the sins. Yeah, you kind of lost your moment to win the fight just now. That's adorable. Mairimashita! 10 out of 10 acting. But there was no winning in that situation. He's wanting to die. It's funny that she's more intense and willing to cause damage after the actual fight to the death. Run, Toma. Well, how troublesome. Back by herself. How is her roommate out searching for her all day? Under the bed? It's in her own room. Why are you wearing frog pants on your head? The dorm superior is not going to be happy about this one, is she? And of course, you would look into the history and backstory of the one that you've been speaking to. If you're a scientist, at least. That's better than she deserves. I think I'd get a nice, sound sleep knowing that she's predisposed. But what kind of curse-dispelling spell was that meant to be? I haven't heard many that use undergarments. And surely, if she had contracted the stripper disease, or whatever it is that they thought, the fact that she waited until she came home before taking anything off, it hasn't progressed too far. It's good to see that Toma's way with words hasn't changed at all. He's too straightforward and honest for his own good. You could, but it's just a voice, so... You see... How can anyone be so unaware of their surroundings that they just start stripping out of nowhere? Like, oh no, even if you're hot, there's some things that you just don't do in public. But this scientist lady kind of reminds me of the one from Shimonetta. Well, eye bags as well, but still kind of so engrossed in her own sciencing and thinking about things logically and working it through that normal talking and interactions are left by the wayside. But they are not holding back with some of the characters in this one. They have their traits. I'll say that much. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, please let me know down below in the comments section, or leaving a like on the video, that also works. Although I don't really want you to repay me by giving me drinkable curry, warm curry in a can. Or do I? If you could think of a better beverage, let me know. But is the world really safe when someone with the power of, well, Misako that we've seen, is let free in society with her tenuous grasp on her anger management? But like I said during the episode, there's some fun music and sound effects. Some of the animations in the characters was actually quite good. And I definitely want to see more. To get yourself some rest. You're probably going to need it. See you in the next one. My patrons are the helpful bystanders that come to my aid when I'm in, well, hopefully fully dressed time of need. So, DeSal, Raywin, Electric Ant, Denima 1997, Shiwan, Jennifer Rojas, Mecha, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Dark Shadow, 7899, Matt, and everyone else. I really appreciate the help, and though I can't repay it with a beverage, please accept my kindness.